I was going to talk to the end, bro. Swear to God. You know what? I'm just going. I'm just going. I'm just going over there. I'm sinking and shit. I'm sick. Got the towel. Look at the thing. I'm changing my number. I got to get a phone number. I think you still think I'm due. I don't know. I know it. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, I know we think I got you.
Yo, yo, yo. Can everybody hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes. It's popping, Val.
Yep. Yes, sir.
Gucci.
Who we got in here? Ariel, Ashley, Brittany, Jalea. I got my boy Lando, Philly, Miss Chapman. I don't want to mess your name up, so I'm going to keep it safe. Tristan, my boy Val, Wayne. I am Gen Wealth 8. I appreciate y'all hopping on this train with me tonight, y'all. We're gonna get to work. One second. Shout out to you if this your first time hopping on the trade training with me. Shout out to you if this your second time hopping on the trade training with me. We're gonna continue. We'll do a continuance of what we talking about last week. Get your notes. Hopefully, y'all got y'all notebook and y'all paper, y'all pen ready. Let's eat, man. I ain't gonna do too much talking. We're just gonna jump straight into it. Hold on, I gotta let some folks in the club though. Hold on, Dominique. Let me let her in the club. Hold on, I don't know who this is. Let me let them in the club.
Let them in the VIP section.
The
Minutes joined today.
Paris pulling. Ladies and gentlemen. Paris pulling.
Let's get it. I'm trying to see who in here, but they trading their demo account. I'm just trying to see. Trying to get them lot sizes up this week.
For sure. Shout out to Greg. I seen Greg was lighting up last night.
Greg was lighting up. He made $100, a little over $100 a day.
Fire, man.
We talked about that. Dominique. We got Dominique in here. We got Ashley. Everybody pushed their lot sizes up today.
Let's get it, man.
See who else I got in here who ain't popped.
My boy Lando. See, he on that live account.
Hey, Mello had Lando on the phone yesterday and gave him some indicator gas, and he was in there making guap. I ain't gonna touch.
For real?
He was in there making a whole lot of money.
Man, Lando gonna be a millionaire in 2 months.
He on FaceTime yesterday. He didn't even know I was in the car.
Ooh, all right, man.
Bag. I'm trying to get $1.
We gonna I'm gonna share my screen, man. Like I said, I ain't gonna do too much talking. Well, too much fluff. We're gonna get straight to the business. Just trying to make sure I got all the people in here. Let me let Dex in. Let me let Nell in. All right. Let me see. Jet P. All right, bet. So yeah, let's get it popping, y'all. Like I said,
my bad, bro. I had to hop on my phone. I got a trading view on my computer.
Oh, all right. That's what it is, Lando. I'm about to get started. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Let me get my slides together. 1 second. Y'all bear with me 1 second. Doing a little technical stuff on my side. Shout out to everybody that took that GBP JPY trade last night too. That was like 80 pips. You know what I'm saying? So if you took GJ last night, throw some fire in the chat. I want to see who actually like copying and pasting. Cause it's that easy. Philly, get that money. Wayne, get that money. Ariel, get that money. Let's go. Let's go. All right, hold on, y'all. All right, 1 second, y'all. Thanks. So tonight, all right, check it. We're gonna do it like this then. All right.
AJ, I dropped that file we was talking about inside of here so they can download it when you get done.
Okay. Appreciate you, bro.
You ain't gotta go look for it in Facebook. That's all I wanted to do.
Okay. Appreciate you, bro. All right. Hold on 1 second, y'all. All right. So I don't know how to. All right. Forget it. We're just gonna do it like this. I don't really care. All right. Let's get to
I'm here for you if you want me to put them slides up. Just let me know what you need me to do.
Yeah, I need. That's what I'm playing with right now. I'm like, yo, like I'm struggling too. Like,
hold on 1 second. I'll pull up on the
for real. I was like, yo,
you gonna go through each slide and then go into.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go through one slide, then straight take them to trading view.
Say less.
Talk through it, and then go to the next and do it like that.
All right, cool. I got you.
Yeah.
1 second. I'm bringing it up now.
Okay.
Just tell me when you want me to go to the next slide, and I got it. You already know what they look like on your computer.
Yeah. Shout out to everybody just came in the door. Shamika, Mike, Ant, Omari. I'm gonna get a soundboard too one of these days, so we can get a little sound in the background when I'm doing all this. Hold on, Alyssa coming in. Crenzel Rock coming in. So you gonna share them, bro?
Yeah, I'm about to share right now.
Okay, cool. Appreciate you.
Share. Make me the host again. Oh, I can do it right here. Never mind.
Okay.
I got you. Well, I need to let in. I just got in. What's the name? Share. Boom. Share that joint.
Let's get it, man.
Take you into a movie. You like that?
Ah, there we go. Straight out the academy. Let's get it. All right, y'all. So shout out to Paris, man. He's the best. So tonight, y'all, like I said, we're gonna do a continuation of what I was talking about last week. So today we're gonna talk about identifying the trend. you should be hearing a lot of people say the sentence, the trend is your friend. You're going to hear a lot of people say that, and that's 100% true. That's the most important thing when it comes to trading, when it comes to catching these pips. Identifying the trend and making that work for you, right? Obviously, we know if it's an uptrend, we should be buying for the most part. If we're in a downtrend, we should be selling for the most part. And I went through brief basic market structure last week. If anybody wasn't on the call last week, or you haven't seen my trade training on YouTube, hit me in the chat or hit me in the DM. We'll get that to you so we can wrap all this together, right? Honestly, yeah, P, you can go to the next slide.
You still on the main slide?
Yeah, you can go to the next one.
All right, hold on. It got me paused. It would have got me on. Hold on. Resume share. All right, can you see it?
Yeah, I still see the first one.
Boom, boom, boom. Resume. All right, so let me do this a little bit different. Hold on. So this switching on mine. Stop sharing. Let me switch this up.
Okay.
Share. Boom, boom, boom. I'm just gonna share my whole screen.
There we go.
Gucci.
There we go. All right, cool. So one of the biggest things I wanted to give, because I know a lot of people on here are new. I wanted to give y'all my moving average settings, right? I think this will help a lot of people's learning curve when it comes to like when you're jumping on the chart and you're trying to figure out, what am I looking at, like what trend it is. So I have like a low-key cheat code for y'all. Moving averages. I don't know anybody, you guys experience with moving averages, but these are my moving average settings, right? I have an 8-period EMA that's blue and the 21-period EMA that's red. So I'm gonna go to my chart now, P. I'm gonna go to my chart and I'm gonna show you guys how you can find those MAs, how you can apply to your chart, right?
More. Do your thing.
Bet.
You the host.
All right, got you. All right, let me share my screen. All right, share. Hopefully everybody can see my chat. If you can see my chat, if you can see my chart, drop a 1 in the chat.
In there. Yeah, you up and rolling.
Perfect. Cool. So this is CHFJPY. This will be our model that we will be working with today because I am actively trading this at the moment. Shout out to, I think it was Liz that forwarded that signal into the group, and it immediately made me go and look at it, and it is a great sale. Yeah, definitely. So, but besides that, I'll show y'all how I got my MAs and my EMA set up. If you want to find those indicators, new people, tradingview.com, obviously. When you go to your pair, I'll do this over so y'all can get the whole experience of me finding it. Shout out to Cordarius, just walked in the club. So what you do, go to the top, FX, right here, indicators and strategies, type in moving average, right? You want the exponential, and you want the regular moving average, right? My EMA, I'm gonna just go back and peek real quick past our 8 bone. My EMA is 8, and I make that blue. So you go to inputs, length, make that 8, style. And this is my style. I know y'all gonna see a lot of people that do their moving averages slightly different. Like I know a few people probably was on Ty's trade training Tuesday, and she has her own strategy and the way she does her MAs. I'm just giving y'all another angle, another way to look at this stuff, right? So EMA, we're gonna make that red, right? Our regular moving average, we're going back to inputs, change the length to 21. We're gonna keep that blue. You can, whatever variation of blue you like, change it to that blue. So yeah, these are only two indicators I use on my chart. Other than that, AJ is purely a candlestick trader, purely naked trader, right? So the keys to this is the H4 is my main, it's my base, it's my home. My H4 is my home for analysis, right? I get the direction of the market and I get my basic market structure mainly from the H4 time frame. Why? Because the larger the time frame, the more clarity in the market and showing you what it's trying to do, right? So a rule of thumb, and actually, hold on. I think I told you guys a fib. I did tell you guys a fib. I'm sorry. Don't shoot me, you guys. The EMA is blue, not the MA, right? So the EMA is blue and the MA is red. And we're gonna have that slide back up here in a second when I get done talking through this. So yeah, there we go. That looked kind of odd. So rule of thumb, when this blue is over this red, this means you're in an uptrending market, right? So as you can see, I'm gonna zoom in on this. I'm gonna box this in because I want y'all to focus on one specific area. Y'all see how this blue is over this red? And look at price. Respecting the EMA, right? Uptrend. Super simple. Now, when red is on top of blue, right here, see how red is sitting on top of blue? Downtrend, right? Now, these crosses, oh my God, y'all. When you see a cross of an MA and an EMA, I ain't gonna tell y'all a lot of, but I ain't mad if you do. Crosses, family, are powerful. Crosses are pretty much like the moving average telling you structure is broken and we about to go into a completely, totally different direction. So if you combine, the thing I like to do with moving averages, I like to kind of use it as a second confirmation because I like my first indicator is market structure. Am I in higher high, higher low uptrend structure? Or am I in lower high, lower low downtrend structure? Right? And then if I have a MA, EMA, depending if it's blue over red or red over blue, if that's backing what I'm already seeing from the candlestick structure, then I know it's legit and it's a go. Right? So blue over red, uptrend, red over blue, downtrend. Paris, I'm gonna let you take that back because I'm gonna let you take this screen sharing back because I want them to be able to jot that down for a little bit if they need to.
Brother AJ.
What's going on? Who is that? Who's talking to me? Who's that?
Greg Shields.
What's popping?
Quick question on this: isn't it also the wider the gap between the MAs, the better, like the stronger the trade?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Like I'm glad you said that because I'm gonna show y'all like this is like money. Like stuff like this is money. So I'm gonna show y'all a brief look. I'm glad you asked that, Greg. That's a great question. Well, a great statement. So you see how this gap is wide right here, this super wide gap. So if you see, okay, you see blue is over red, we're uptrending, right? There's no denying it. And then you see prices making higher highs and higher lows, right? Price making higher highs, higher lows the whole time. So if you see a break of a high and you see it's retesting and see it's making support right here, and then you see blue over red and this big gap, that's like 2 to 3 confirmations that like CHF JPY is going up. right? So yeah, if you see the wider the gap on it, the more powerful the move to. So that's a great question, Greg. I'm glad you asked that. Let me see. So mine doesn't. I can't full screen mine, P. I was gonna let you. It's not letting me full screen. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm gonna be honest. But if y'all want to copy that down, 8 period NMA blue, 21 period MA red. Red over blue is a downtrend in the market. Blue over red is an uptrend in the market. And if you know this, if you see, and on the H4, so if another thing, y'all, if y'all see that H4, blue is over red or red is over blue, then that means on the lower time frames when you're going to find entries, or even when you see a signal. If somebody calls a signal for a buy, but you see, nah, bruh, it's red over blue on the chart, that means that, that might not really be a buy, right? Another thing, like for an example, remember what I said about the crosses? There was a signal call for CHF JPY earlier for a sale. Look what the MAs just did. It just crossed. Red over blue. It's extra confirmation. Besides the fact that price just made a lower high with a bearish engulfing candle. I ain't gonna go into get bearish engulfing and bullish engulfing candles today. We might do that next week. But just extra confirmations, man, that just take you a long way, right? So yeah, y'all take those MAs down. They're super powerful. That should help the newbies out a lot too. Let's see here. Right now it's counter trending, right? Basic market structure. We went over this last week, right? Uptrend, higher highs and higher lows. Downtrend, lower highs and lower lows, right? The thing that we didn't put on that slide is that, and I preach this, people that have been on one-on-ones with me, y'all hear me say all the time, like, you should only be entering buys on higher lows, because that means that you've now allowed the market to retest. You should only be entering sales on lower highs because you have now allowed the market to retest. Nah, Jet P, that's coming. I got you. The engulfings is coming. I got you. But yeah, right? So since I'm actively in this trade right now, CHF JPY, we're going. Hold on a second.
Hey, yo, AJ, can you repeat that? You said enter buys on high lows, and did you say enter sales on low highs?
Yes.
Okay.
Let me see if I have that. Let me see if I have that on. Let me see if that's the next slide. I forgot what I cooked up. Hold on a second. What's the no, I didn't. So I'm gonna actually type that out because I didn't put that on the slide.
Thank you for that, fam.
For sure. I'm gonna leave it up there. Super duper key. Like, this is simple stuff, y'all, but it's like I'm literally giving y'all like the basis of how I trade. Like, super duper simple stuff. So we're just back testing, just looking at this chart. This is why, right? All of these spots right here would have been great times to buy this pair. Right? Higher lows. The market continues to climb up. The market has to move in a structured manner. Right? It has to move in a structured manner. Buy, 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 buy. And for the people that like to hold trades for a long time, as long as price isn't breaking these lows, you can hold this buy forever. Like, You can hold this buy forever. Well, until, not forever, but you get what I'm saying. Like until price break structure. That's 345 pips in 9 days. And that's just CHFJPY. That ain't even like one of the ones. Like GJ be moving. That's probably like 1,000 pips in 9 days if you held GJ. So nice little tidbit. Buy at higher lows, sell at lower highs. Don't buy too high. Don't sell too low. Because I'm all about minimizing drawdown, right? Next thing I want to talk about, which is it's going to bounce off higher highs and higher lows, and lower highs and lower lows, is support and resistance. All right. You guys, when you're drawing your support and resistance, when you're marking up your charts, because I know everybody's learning it new, like you're gonna hear different stuff from different people. I'm only gonna tell you only to draw your support and resistance based off of current relevant price action. When I'm marking up my charts, I don't do a lot of marking up 8,000 support and resistance lines. I don't do that. I don't like clutter on my charts. If y'all look at my chart, I mean, it's pretty clean. Other than those indicators, it's just candles, and it's a white screen, right? So I'll start on the H4 and I'll work my way down. I use the H1 sometimes, but the H4 is just so powerful. I only use the H1 to kind of like complement what I'm seeing on the H4, right? So give y'all an example of what I mean by that. I'm gonna delete this. Y'all, I'll go back if y'all need. Well, it's a simple sentence: buy high lows, sell low highs. So I'll put that back up if y'all need it later. But I'll mark up, right? So and honestly, I use raise. So I'm gonna zoom in a little bit so y'all can see. Y'all can see something. Hold on a second. So this whole time, CHFJPY, we're making higher lows, right? I'm gonna mark up every resistance that got broken. All right, so we had here, that got broken. That was a form of resistance, that got broken. That was a form of resistance, that got broken. That got broken. We'll take this off real quick. And we had this, right? So all of these areas got broken, right? You had a break here, retested, set on top of the old resistance and support, right? A break here, right? Came up, found resistance, retested. Didn't quite get there, but it's not always gonna get back down to the line that it broke, right? Broke, retested, boom, buy, right? Breaks the resistance, right? Comes up, has to find a new form of resistance, retest down. Happens over and over, breaks it, right? So now, and then it retests again, right here. This was a little pause right here. I'll count this as a support level, right? Right, you had a pullback, right? Floor came here, went up. This candle pushed price up on the small time frame. We're on the 4-hour time frame, so all of these candles are worth 4 hours. So when price got down here, price jumped up again, right? Then it came down again, jumped up again. So this was a floor. This ends up getting broken. And then if you look at there, you got a red over a blue cross, right? You got a red over blue cross. So after this candle gets broken, you should immediately be thinking, okay, there's about to be a lower low made and then a lower high made. And when that resistance gets formed, that's when you ideally were looking for your sale, right? So look currently. Price broke through here. All of this is a retrace, right? Then you see blue, yellow. Price can't break through, blue, yellow. That candle right there told you, all right, sellers are about to start pushing price down, right? So this is your first lower high on a new market structure, right? So now you're in downtrend mode. All of this right here is a current retrace. I anticipate this. We have 2 hours and 25 minutes left on this 4-hour candle. So I definitely anticipate this pushing down. So this is what I mean also by using current price action as your support and resistance. This is all I need, right? Like none of this, like this is cool and all. Like all of this old stuff is cool, but I need to see what's happening now, right? Like I need to see, okay, this is resistance, this is a support level. This got broken, right? Retest, boom, boom. We had, when you see blue, yellow, that means that resistance is getting formed, right? And then you have a bearish engulfing. I'm gonna go over that later. You're gonna hear me say that a lot. I'm gonna go over that later. And once you see that happen, then I will go down to the lower time frame, and now I'm looking for entries, right? I feel like somebody's gonna ask me, how AJ, how do you place your support and resistance? When I'm placing my support and resistance, I try to line my lines up with the median line. And what I mean by that is, let's say I'm trying to find the level of resistance to mark up, right? I would find the wicks at the top, like these 4 candles right here. I would just line this up to where all 4 of these wicks are touched by this line, right? So I want every single one of these to get touched. So I use the lowest one, the shortest one. I'll put the line on that one, so that way all 4 of my wicks are getting touched, right? And that'll be my resistance. This is my newfound resistance. This is all I need. And what I'm looking for, since this is my lower high and we're in a downtrend and I'm expecting price to break this low, right? I will come down here and I will plot my median support level, make sure these 2 wicks are getting touched by this line. And obviously, honestly, if it was my signal, 112.629 would be the first take profit that I would give y'all, right? Bare minimum, I'm expecting price to come down and at least test this support level. So that's what I mean by using current price action, so support and resistance, right? And lower highs, when y'all hear me say lower highs, lower lows, higher lows, those higher lows are just support levels. So higher low equals support. Lower high equals resistance. Don't want to confuse y'all, right? Also, new traders, you should be color coding your charts, right? So what I mean by that is that each time frame that you use should have its own color. Shout out to everybody new that just came in. Felton and Sierra, shout out to y'all. Every time frame should have its own color. That way, when you're navigating through your charts, you're not confused by what you marked up, right? So for me, green is my color for H4. If I see a green line, I know that, okay, that's a H4 level, right? Orange is my H1 color. So when I'm coming down here to H1, say let me if I'm gonna do it right now while we on the call. If I want to mark up H1 support, bam, right there. Right? So now I know, okay, this was H1 support and this was broken. That tells me, okay, on the H1 right now, we should be expecting a lower high to get made to continue that push down on that time frame, right? And on my entry time frames, I'll use the color blue, but y'all can use whatever colors y'all want, right? I'm just telling y'all, color code your charts makes life a lot easier, makes stuff a lot easier to reference. But yeah, color code your charts. It's gonna make it easy for you. It's very important. Different colors for different time frames. Trend lines, trend lines, trend lines, trend lines. And we're gonna do a Q&A. I'm gonna answer some questions when I get done talking about trend lines. So I know I feel like I'm going through this kind of fast, but I'm gonna let y'all tell me if I am. When you guys are drawing your trend lines, just make sure you're being precise, right? So in this situation, we're in an uptrend. When we're over here, we're in uptrend structure, right? So all you want to do, find the point A, drag it out, find the point B, and just drag it out to the future. All right. Point A, point B, drag it out to the future. As you can see right now, this looks like it may be a break of that trend line. So that's an extra confirmation. Besides the fact that you have a lower high, but besides the fact that the red and the blue is crossing on the MAs, if this breaks this trend line, that's a third confirmation that CHFJPY is going bearish, right? Find me a downtrend example. All right, so downtrend, you want to go from lower high to lower high or high to lower high. Make it make sense though. What I mean by make it make sense is like trend lines like that doesn't make sense. You'll understand it. All right, so trend lines like these, point A, point B to the future, right? This way, you know, anything that's under this line, under this trend line, because trend lines pretty much act as, what is that? Diagonal support and resistance, right? So anything under this line, if price doesn't break this line, there's honestly no reason to be buying anything. Like, you have a trend line drawn from point A to point B. You got lower highs and lower lows being made. You got red over blue on your MAs. I mean, that's 3 confirmations you should be selling. And if you are a long-term trader, bro, you could have held this. Like, knowing those 3 confirmations, that's 315 pips before it even finds support. Well, real support, right? So trend lines, lower highs to lower highs, downtrends, point A to point B, drag it out to the future. And then once you see stuff like this, yeah, price broke this, but price broke below this. So this wasn't valid. But once you see price break through your trend line, find support outside of it, then you know, all right, that downtrend is really over now, and we can start looking up, right? And I feel like I ran through that kind of quick. Does anybody have any questions about anything that I was talking about just now? Anything you need cleared up? You can either drop it on the chat or you can unmute your mic. And Paris just dropped he dropped the chart pattern. He dropped some chart patterns in the chat for y'all. that y'all can download and y'all can have. Nice little resource right there. And nobody got zero. So nobody has one question.
I got a question, AJ. You don't use shark patterns on this. You just using the MAs and the EMAs.
Yeah. So the shark. You talking about the harmonic pattern?
Oh yeah, that's what I meant to ask you. This a harmonic pattern, or this is just like what you use to.
Yeah, I just use moving averages to help my eyes as an extra confirmation of what trend I'm in, right? I may go over harmonics like next week or the week after. They're not a big part of my plan and my strategy when I'm trading, but I'm aware of them. But yeah, I don't know if that answered your question, but yeah.
Yeah, that answers it. Thank you.
Okay, cool. Okay, cool.
Hey AJ, this is
Yo,
Bruce.
what's going
Hey,
on, Mr. Bruce?
we're doing good. Hey, when you looking into 4-hour chart, your entry is on an hour.
So when I'm looking at the 4-hour chart, so my entry, I never enter on the 1 hour. Like I never base my entry on the 1 hour. Like so, I base my entries on the M30, the M15, or the M5.
Yeah.
But it's situational, right? So matter of fact, this is what I'm gonna do. We're gonna break down why I called the signal with GBP JPY last night. We're gonna do that. So as you can see, GBP JPY is still touching its toes. It fell last night. In the last 2 days, it's fell about 400 pips. No, 500 pips. Last 2 days. So last night, super nice head and shoulders. Yeah, Kathleen, right here. Back, shoulder, head, shoulder. Then you had a red over blue cross to indicate that you were in a downtrend, right? But so last night, that's actually what made me call the sell. I saw the head and shoulders being formed, right? Zoom in on this, right? I saw the head and shoulders being formed. Let me take my, make this bold. Hold on, y'all. Okay. So, high, right? Saw this happening. Shoulder, head, found the shoulder, right? So this is a high. It's actually a higher high, higher low, higher high. 100% retrace, but we got a lower high. Now, I always say to break the rules, you got to know the rules. Honestly, I'm a break and retest trader, but it's just certain stuff that will come to you as you get better as a trader. When you see certain patterns like this, like you see a head and shoulders, and then you see your MA cross, and then I saw an engulfing pattern right here. At this candle right here was literally why I said sell GBP JPY. This candle right here, this one candle, I was like, oh yeah, we lit. We're going down. This bearish engulfing, I know it's a few people probably asking themselves, bro, he keep talking about this engulfing, bro. What is that? We're going to get to that later. But this bearish engulfing told me that resistance was found. And this is the new lower high. And I can look forward to taking this down. So what I would do is, once I saw this engulfing candle be formed, I'm not entering because I wait for candle closes to enter. I always wait for candle closes to enter. But I didn't just hit sell as soon as this candle was closed. Right? Now that I have my bias and I know my bias is bearish on the 4 hour, what you want to do is you want to come down to the minutes. So once you see that, okay, my bias is bearish, I should be looking for sales. It's the same thing on the minute time frames. right? We're just using the 4 hour because that's the power of the market. We want to trade with the momentum of the market, right? So I came down here. I forgot exactly what my entry point was. Hold on, matter of fact, let me go look at my entry point up. What did I actually sell? I think that was at 130, 136, 136.11. So yeah. Okay. So I entered somewhere last night. I think it was based off this candle. So now that I'm on the M30 and I know that I got the H4 behind me, I know on the lower time frames, I'm just waiting for a break and retest, and I'm just gonna hop in and jump and just ride the wave down. I'm just gonna ride the H4 wave down, right? Color culture charts. You see, I use blue. Anything M30 and under, I use blue. So yeah, right here, I'm on the M30, and as you can see, this acted as a support level, right? I'm looking for a sale, so when I see this happen, honestly, if you see the break like this, you can jump in, but you have to be aware that there is going to be a retest coming, right? So I waited for the retest, right? So price broke down and it retested up ever so slightly. I'm waiting for one candle to happen before I enter a sale, and it was this one, and it happened, right? So price retested up, right? Bullish, bearish. I get my bearish engulfing. As soon as this candle closes, I'm going into my MetaTrader 4. I'm hitting market execution, and then I'm going into GTI signal drip, and I'm saying sell GBP JPY. I'm giving y'all take profits, and that's exactly what's going down. We're gonna hit the take profit, and we're gonna make money. That's it. And as you can see, I ain't even hold this whole thing, but from where I entered last night, I ain't even gonna go all the way down. It's probably like 250 pip drop in a day. So if you throw a standard on that bad boy, whoever got big money in this chat, you can do 10 times 250. What's that? 2,500 in a day.
Brother AJ,
What's going on?
it's good again. Quick
What's going on,
question
Greg?
on that entry for that candle. So I'm trying to work on my sniper entries, and I wanted to see if you could give some slight advice because I've been sucking at it.
Sniper entries?
Yeah. So when you got that break and retest, you saw that candle forming. I guess do you, as soon as you see that bearish candle like hit, do you take it then, or do you just wait for bearish variation? How?
You mean the engulfing?
Yeah, that engulfing candle, like.
So like this one, for example?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so yeah. So and
Like,
y'all, this is an M30 example. Like,
okay.
so on the M15 or the M5, like you could have had entries on any of these time frames, and price would have still went bearish. I'm just giving y'all the M30 example because I like the M30. It takes a little bit longer for moves to happen, but I like security, right? I like to be for sure. So if I see it on the M30 and it's clean, I'm gonna take it. But to answer your question, yeah, Greg, as soon as this candle closes right here, like as soon as, what time was this? This was 22:30, so that's what's that? 10:30 p.m. So as soon as this closed at 10:30 p.m., I'm market execution.
Okay.
And you're only sitting through, bro, that's less than 3 pips drawdown.
Mm-hmm.
If you enter right after that candle, that's what I'm saying. I don't like drawdown. That's why I wait for retest. I gotta see a little bit of a pullback happen before I jump
Mm-hmm.
in, right? Because I don't like to see a lot of red. I done been through that. I don't want to go back, right?
You and me both,
So
brother.
as soon as that engulfing candle closes, so I'm looking at the timer. I'm always looking at the timer on the little timer on the right over here, little ticker. I'm always looking. Like 5:31 right now, I'm always looking. As soon as it go off, it's hit 0, and the time period is over. Boom, market execution. I don't really do buy limits and sell stops and buy stops. That's just not my style, right? But as soon as I see that engulfing at that lower high, because that signifies that the sellers are now back in the market and they're ready to continue to push price down, right? So,
Okay.
I hope did that answer your question?
Yeah. I was just looking for like any kind of tip. I was wondering if you actually entered like right at the like once that engulfing candle open, if there was like a signal that you took even with that, but it sounds like you wait for that second candle. So yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I just would wait for this candle to close, and I would just enter it, and then like I said, max 2 pips drawdown, and then boom.
Got it.
So. And this kind of like I love the MA so much, y'all, because when you see red over blue like this, like you just gotta know, like, I mean, I shouldn't be buying. Like I'm a stickler for like sticking to the trend. Like unless a high is broken, there's no reason for me to be buying. And that's why I wanted to give y'all these MAs at night, because even if you're new and you just started yesterday, if you know, oh, AJ said red over blue means sell, fam, if you go on your phone, I'm not saying to do this. But I'm saying you won't be surprised if you go on your phone and you just somewhere in here just hit sell and just wait a little bit and you be in profit. Right. I mean, because once you see red over blue, you have no reason to be hitting buy. There's no reason to hit buy. Even to this day, like it's still red over blue, and ain't nothing. We don't have an indicator that we're going up anytime soon. So if you're looking at GJ tonight, who that is?
It's Cairo. I got a question.
What's going on?
So, shit. Damn, you forgot my train of thought. Give me like 2 minutes.
I bet. I bet. Anybody got any other questions?
I bet it came back to me. So
all right, let's get it.
How long would you hold this trade for? Because remember I asked you earlier about
what kind of trader are you?
Right.
Okay, so that depends on you, bro. That totally depends on you. I tell people you got a few different exit strategies, right? Before you hit that sell in this situation, you can either say, okay, I'm going for 20 pips, I'm going for 50 pips, I'm going for 75 pips. You should be game planning before, unless you get a signal from somebody. But even if you get a signal from somebody, y'all don't have to wait for them to take profits to hit to secure y'all bag. Set a goal, right, Felton? Set a goal. So whether it's, okay, I want 25 pips or I want 50 pips. I'm gonna go over Fibonacci like next week or the week after, so I'm not gonna spoil that. But I use Fibonacci as another way for take profits. I use the negative 27 on Fibonacci, but we ain't talking about that tonight, so I ain't gonna go too deep into that, right?
Spoilers.
But for me, bro, ideally, and what I'm working on, because as you can see, bro, this is a lot of pips, bro. Like, and I've been trading for a few years, and I'm still working on my patience, but I'm trying to get to the level to where I can hold this, right? Because honestly, if a high doesn't get broken, there's no reason to like close this. Honestly, I mean, get your bag and get it. Like if you cool with however many pips, but you know, it just depends on you. You know, a lot of times I'll say, if I sell right here, I'll say, okay, I just wanted to break this low. Once it breaks this low and it finds support, I'll exit out. Right. So it just depends. I don't know if I did a real good job of helping you with that, but it just
that helped.
depends. It just depends on you. Like when I first started trading, I would just set pip goals. Like I just want to catch 20 pips and I'm out, right? But with GBP JPY or GBP pairs, that 20 can kind of be 50 because these GBPs move so volatile. And I honestly don't like new traders trading these because they move very fast. I try to like give people AUD pairs to trade to start off with or NZD pairs, but it just depends on you, bro.
That GBP you gave today, thank you.
Nah, for sure. I love them, bro. They just move. They move so volatile, bro. So if I can give y'all a GBP JPY pair to trade down, bro, I'm gonna do it because it's beautiful. When they act right, it's beautiful. Yeah, Lando. I would wait for an engulfing to happen right now. The retest isn't done. If you was gonna sell this down. Hold on real quick, y'all. Put my analyzing cap on. Yeah, so I would be waiting for more of a pullback right here before I sold this again. I just want to see if it's gonna break this level. Cause it's pretty low. GJ is pretty low right now. So if we get a rejection from up here and it goes down, I'll take it. But right now it's not an ideal place for me to sell.
Yo, AJ,
What's going on?
Is there a difference between a pullback and a retest, or is it basically the same thing?
No. Same thing. Pullback, retest, retrace, lower high or higher low. That shit. That all mean the same thing, bro.
Cool.
And I'm glad you asked that, bro, because when I first started trading, I don't think I asked that question, but I was always thinking like this. But once you go through it, it's like, hold on, this shit all mean the same. Like, same thing, bro. You hear anybody say retest, retrace, pull, or a retrace is the process of getting to a retest. So a retrace is just the process of getting to a higher low or a lower high.
Okay, solid.
Right. So the retrace is just that process. But pull back, retest, higher low, lower high, that shit all mean the same thing.
Cool.
Flag, when you hear flag, that's just retest or higher low or lower high, depending on what trend you in.
All right.
It's just different terminology, bro. Same thing.
Nice.
Yep. For sure. Yeah, Greg, the devil will tempt you. Stick to your goal, bro. Straight
I'm
up.
trying to tell you, bro. Golly.
And look, the newbies that didn't watch my trade training last week, y'all make sure if y'all ain't got it, ask for it. We're gonna send it to you. I talk about risk management in there. Risk management is extremely important. Risk management is Greg talking about the devil made me think about that. Risk management. Don't let the devil do it to you. He's gonna try to tell you. He's gonna tap on your shoulder and say, "Look, you got 1,000 in your account, but F it. Throw 2 standards on it. Hold on. Relax. Okay. So yeah. Anybody else got any more questions? Speak now. Forever hold your peace.
I do have another question or kind of observation, AJ. As far as the moving averages, I could be wrong, but it seems like they're kind of like behind the trend,
Yes.
if you will. Like even with what you're showing right now, like I don't know if blue is going to cross over red to do an uptrend coming up, but I don't know. How do you gauge that?
Okay, so I'm sorry to cut you off. First of all,
you're fine. That's it.
Secondly, they're lagging indicators, right? So you're right. They are behind. So the way I check behind my indicators though, Greg, is I think is that Greg? Is that you asking this question?
Yeah, that's me, bro.
Okay, cool. So the way I check behind that is the candles don't lie to me. Like the candles don't lie to me. So the candles are my first indicator, right? Market structure and candlestick, watching the candles and stuff. That's my first indicator. That okay. And then I use the moving average as like a backup, right? So it's like right now, we on GJ on the 1 hour. Let's say this candle right here, y'all see it's going down a little bit. Let's say this candle closes as a bearish engulfing. For those who know what that is. It's still red over blue. If this candle closes as an engulfing right now, we solid for a sale probably. And then I know, oh, and it's still red over blue. So now I got 2 confirmations. Well, actually 3 confirmations. Just made a lower high, got a bearish engulfing, and I got red over blue on the indicator tip. So that's telling me that, oh, and that's another term that's called confluence. Y'all learned that from AJ. Y'all ain't get that from nobody from me. That term is called confluence. That's when you got multiple confirmations. But boom, if you have a bearish engulfing here with red over blue, then that's like golden. But I only use the moving average as a backup to what the market and the structure is already telling me.
Got you.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So they are lagging though. Like these candles are, if this was to go bullish, these candles will start forming bullish structure before this crossed. So yeah. Questions. All right. Can y'all drop some 5 for me if this was helpful? I need feedback. Tristan, we're gonna get so Tristan. I appreciate y'all. I'm getting 5s and fire emoji. I didn't even ask for the number 5, but I take it though. I appreciate everybody dropping 5. That's just me being country. I appreciate the 5s and the fire. 5. Tristan, hit me on Telegram and I'll send that to you because that's on my YouTube channel. Matter of fact, this is my YouTube channel. If you go on YouTube and type this in, it'll pop up. How we get 5 from the laptop. And yeah, bro, and I'm just North Carolina country nigga, bro. Like it probably sound like I said the number 5 is fine. Trying was good with some stuff still fast for me. Okay. I figured that too. I know everybody's at a different pace. But Tristan, DM me if you have any other questions. For sure, NC Country Boys all day. DM me if you have any other questions or any, like, if you need anything cleared up. I just put my YouTube, matter of fact, I'm gonna just find you and I'm gonna send you the link. I just put my YouTube channel in the chat right there though. What's up, Dex? What you need clarification on?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay. So I like using your thing where you go from the 4 hour to the 1 hour, then you enter the trade on the 15, 30 minute or 5 minutes. Now, for a case where like this GBP, JPY, is this the 4 hour one?
This is the 1 hour right now.
Okay, so it's in a downtrend and the red is over the blue.
Yes.
I've been in a situation, I've seen where like on this or in the 4 hour, the red is over the blue, but when I get to the 30 minute or 15 minutes, like it seems like it's opposite than what the 4 hour one is saying. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, how do I make sure that I'm definitely setting up in the right one. Like
Okay.
set
Now I know exactly what you're saying. So normally that's probably meaning that you're in a retracement. So I'm gonna show you something. Show you something real quick. Let's say I need to find a good one. All right. So let's say that's perfect. That's all I need right here. I'll box this in. You see blue over red right here, uptrend. The charts work. They're like a big puzzle, honestly, right? So that you're probably seeing retracements happen. So even though this is an uptrend on the H4, I guarantee y'all, this little spot I got boxed in right here, I'm gonna go down to the M30 and the M15. This is probably gonna be a downtrend. I'll show y'all. Hold on, let's find it. Where we at? Where we at? What? Boom. So that little pullback on the H4, that's what that looks like on the M30. Same thing with this. I'm gonna box this in. This little pullback, this little downtrend, this little run right here looks like a downtrend. Just this little shaded area. If we go back and find this on the H4, that's gonna be a pullback. Let me find it. Where art thou? I think I might have went too far. All right. Yeah, I did. Yep. So you see this? That downtrend on the M30 is just a pullback. So that's probably what you're seeing. So a rule of thumb for y'all, if you are in an H4 uptrend, when you go down to your lower time frames, you need to make sure. I wasn't even trying to get Dexter. You kind of low key leading me into like a next week or a fourth week topic, but I'm gonna just touch on a little bit. If you're you good. You good. I just want y'all can marinate on this for next week. If you're in an H4 uptrend on the M30 and the M15, because those are the time frames that I'm actually going to execute my trades, they need to be making uptrend structure as well. Right? So if you see, AJ, H4 is an uptrend, why is it going down? Well, this M30 is just making this little downtrend right here is just a retrace on the higher time frame. It wasn't until this was broken. Tell y'all, bro, structure is powerful, bro. It wasn't until this was broken, right? Price ran up. You got a blue over red cross. Retest, right? Bullish engulfing. We off to the races. So you kind of want to make them correlate, make it make sense. If it's an H4 time frame, but you're not seeing that kind of structure being formed on the lower time frames, don't trade it. You gotta wait. That's why patience is key when it comes to trading. That's the most important thing when it comes to trading. Patience, waiting on your setup.
So if it's a downtrend in H4, but it seems like an uptrend in M30, just hold that.
Yeah, exactly, because that just means that it's a retrace being made. That H4, that. So let's say I'm gonna get artsy for y'all real quick. Hold on, let me take all this out. Let me get my Basquiat bag real quick. Hold on for a second. Let me see. So let's say, right? This is H4. This right here is H4 market structure, right? Dex, you can see this, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, so look, this right here, this run down right here, this transition from high to high or low, this is what this looks like on the lower time frame. Price can't correct and go up to the continuation until this gets broken. So we can't buy nothing until this happens. Once you see this break, now you know you're in the right direction, because that's what forms this. But we're gonna touch on more. This right here is super advanced stuff. I ain't want to touch on this too much. I was gonna wait until like next week or the last week of June to talk about this, but that's probably what you're seeing though, Dexter.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Questions.
So AJ, just to recap that, if 4 hour has a certain trend, like a downtrend, and then you go to your entry time frames and it's showing something different, basically just wait until all of them line up and correlate before you hit that button.
That's called time frame correlation, and I'm gonna talk about that. That's probably gonna be like the 4th week.
Okay, cool. Because that's the only thing that's really been confusing me when I'm switching in between time frames. I'm like, what do I do right here? Because 4 hours of uptrend, 15 minutes.
Bro, learning that that's what got me to where I am now. Learning multiple time frame correlation was probably the most important thing I learned.
Cool. I'll wait patiently for that then.
For sure. And it's one of those things that once you learn it, you can't unsee it. Like, you can't unsee it. That's why when Dexter was painting that picture to me, I could see it and while he was saying it. But it's one of those things that you just can't unsee. But yeah. But if nobody else has any more questions, man, I'm gonna give y'all like 15 seconds for somebody to raise their hand. If nobody has any more questions, this was a good session. I feel like y'all gave me some good feedback. I feel good. I know you guys are gonna make a lot of money tonight and next week and the week after that. I'm gonna drop my Instagram in the chat. I follow back too, so y'all go follow me on the gram. But if nobody has any more questions, man, I think we got a solid hour 15 in. This is really good. This is gonna be recorded, so and Paris, thank you. He dropped the link to the last week's training in the chat.
Yo, I got a question.
Okay, what's up, Wayne?
Hey man, you gonna drop some more of that sauce for us tonight, man?
Hey.
Oh, the signal.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, bro. I got you. Honestly, y'all, this CHF JPY is really the sauce. Like, this is what I'm trading. This is what I'm trading tonight. Like, I was going to be creative.
What you trading, brother?
Drop that Club Barringer exclusive.
Yeah, man. Like, I was going to probably like come up with my own like exclusive signal for the night, but I mean, bro, I think Leah put it in the trade talk, bro. This CHF JPY, man, bro, I got everything I need with this.
Hey, give him a signal, brother. It's money.
Yeah,
I'm saying. So I'm gonna get my own numbers with it.
Numbers like the lotto.
I'm gonna get my own numbers with it. I ain't gonna take it all the way down to damn, hold on, what the fuck? I ain't gonna take it all the way down to 112.0 like cheap. But I'm definitely,
I hear a lot of talking, AJ. I don't see a lot of signaling though, man.
Man, I'm typing it. I'm typing it. I'm talking and typing. I'm typing.
Give people what they want.
Hold on.
Give the people what they want.
Man, I got it right here. Matter of fact, hold on, let me give y'all a stop loss. We're gonna do
Oh, the goat just dropped some Paris.
Hold on. What Paris done drew up?
No,
Where?
That's him.
Now,
That's
that's
him.
me, bro.
Oh, that's you.
See, that's why you see. Y'all thought I was just talking. Y'all thought I was just talking. No, that's me typing. That's me. I got you.
Y'all will never see me drop a trade if it's not big.
Hey, I'm looking at Bitcoin right now.
If it's Bitcoin, I give you that. But anything else, believe is AJ.
Yeah,
Hey, Paris,
bro. That's
look
me.
at Bitcoin right now. Tell me they in as a bat pattern or not. Well, forming a bat pattern.
And I don't know nothing about that special stuff. I just know when to buy and sell.
Oh man, come on, man.
I'm on a trade, but check this. I'm on a trade training just like you. But ask Mello, ask Mike if I ain't go 30 trades in a row in the positive. With none of them. I've been in Bitcoin since 2016, 2017. Like I rode the wave at about 13 grand going up. So when I learned about how you can make money going up and down in the market, that's why I'm in this business.
Okay.
It's that goat talk.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So look, y'all, when it comes to this CHFJPY though, before we get off, I think it's gonna go to 112.50. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I ain't even really got a good stop loss for y'all yet, cause honestly, I think that this is gonna retest a little bit more and then drop some more. So I wouldn't be surprised if you see the CHFJPY comes up a little bit before it drops, but it's gonna drop. Like, I mean, it's like inevitable. If y'all look at my 1 hour time frame, it's correlating with my 4 hour because it's downtrend. This was the last support level. This shit got broken. So this is a lower low. So I don't know if anybody just went in there and jumped in that sale just now. I'm telling y'all the bias is bearish, but don't be surprised if this pulls back and then drops, because it's gonna break this low. 112.86 gonna get broken. That shit gonna get slapped. That's gonna happen tonight. But
Hey, it just engulfed on that M30.
For bearish?
No, yeah.
Okay. So yeah. That means that this push, that means that this 1 hour push, like I said, this is like a puzzle for me, y'all. That means that this down push is still active. So this might continue to go down before it retraces. That's just something that y'all need to look forward to though, because a retrace has to happen. Price ain't just gonna keep dropping, right? It's gonna retest, but it has to correct itself before it drops back down. But my ultimate target though is 112.50. That's gonna happen tonight. Yeah, 112. Yeah, 112.50. So y'all do with that as y'all may. And if it retests again, I'll drop some more numbers in the Signal Drip group with like a stop loss and all that. But it's at a low, so I can't really give y'all a super solid stop loss, because this stop loss is, I don't like big ass stop losses. So I don't want to give y'all, this is really like the stop loss that I would give, but it's too big. 113.80, that's 80 pips. I ain't rocking. So just look for that. And if I see another pair, y'all know I'm gonna call that shit. So that's my sauce for that tonight. But I'm actively in this trade. That's why I'm saying I'm rocking with that. Other than that, though, y'all good?
Smell like shmoney to me.
Man, let's get it. Let's get it, man. So yeah, man, this was recorded. I will be uploading this to YouTube tonight. I will probably drop this in the group tomorrow if you want to watch it again. If you got somebody in your group that want to watch it, they'll be able to have that. And yeah, man, if I ain't got let me see what's in the chat. No problem. You're welcome, Brittany, Miss Chapman. You're welcome. If I ain't got no more questions, though, man, I'm going to let y'all get on with y'all night and get to this money. London session will be here in 3-4 hours, and there's money to be made. So I'm going to go and get ready for this.
Appreciate your time, AJ. Thank you.
No doubt.
Do this,
No doubt, bro.
Appreciate it.
Bro, I love it.
No, for sure. I appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate y'all. Y'all get this money, man.
Appreciate you, King.
All right, bro.
All right.